Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return. Through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Long check. Ready.
They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kalen Ballage, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play that just had an insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Within the division, and look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 2. Ready?
On the counter, here's Williams. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the ball.
Here we go with Williams. And some room to maneuver. He did it again. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Ready, ready.
They run. It's Williams. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. To throw is Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Coming off of a Pro Bowl season 2020, many of us were stunned when Bradley Chubb had 0 sacks in 2021. That did come in only a 7-game season due to injuries. Cause for some concern, but he also had 19.5 sacks in his first 2 years as a full-time starter.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. It's fielded at the 45. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Ready up.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On the double.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Slot man moves right. Right back to him on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Jets had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On third down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They run it with Balaj. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. To a hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
On the set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Here we go. Back.
They run it again with Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Up the middle, it's Williams. 84 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Open man is Waddle complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Come on, set.
And Again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. The slot man in motion right. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They'll run here with Balaj. They'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Slot man moves right. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Let's go. Opposite. Green.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 23.
101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Lock it. Load it. Ready.
Now Balaj. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Now Hill to return it.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Ready, break.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
To the 43, second down. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Balaj. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They run it with Balaj. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that will keep this a 15-point game. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles come in before this snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zerline good with it
PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And making the play defensively there, Brandon Echols.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Williams. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll go for it. This is Wilson. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a pitch out to Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get that one complete to Connor. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Ready, ready.
Williams.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. The two are going to try and throw for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Check. Yep.
Slot man moves right. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In motion right is Wilson. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he finds Corey Davis. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the